my boys, good morning. This is a small reminder video regarding my Herald of Agony champion. The build guide was updated for patch 327. So in this patch, the build is much more stronger than 326 and we're gonna talk about all the changes. In the first part, I will explain the changes that happen in this league, and in the second part, I will give you a gameplay showcase. Now before we start, I need to address that there is a build guide for this. So yeah, you have a build guide here. I'll put it in the description of the video. Everything is explained in the build guide. You have a navigation panel at the top, which explains each item in part, how it works, why we use it, etc. Here the POE with passive tree. There is a video guide too. So on top of the written guide, there is a video guide here at the top. There is gameplay showcase. And on top of that, remember that we have dedicated support channels over Discord. So here you have the info channel where you find all the essential things regarding this build. More will be added soon. And here you have an active chat channel if you have questions, you want to check POBs and more. My boys, now let's return to the game, discuss the changes fast. One of the biggest additions was a Fallborn Dahlia's Malefaction with +1 level of sockety gems. So we used the Dahlia's Malefaction in the past, but now it gets even better. We have a version with an extra +1 level of sockety gems, which is actually quite big. We scale damage drastically via virulence and gem levels, and this will give an additional gem level. Not only that, it will boost all the gems inside, including Herald of Agony, but the Empower now will get +6 to support the level of skill gems. So much more damage just because we are using a Fallborn Dahlia's Malefaction. On top of this, the grafts, we're gonna take grafts with minion deal 55 increased damage, so 50 or 55 you roll depending on your budget. And for the other graft, I went with this one, so we generate endurance charges more consistently. So on top of having endurance charges, we also have permanent 42 fortification. This is a very tanky build. We also don't use mana because we're using a life tap setup. So everywhere we use life tap, so we don't need to worry about that pesky mana. Now my boy, let's take a look at the Ascendancy. So in this page they introduce special bloodline Ascendancies, and we're gonna take the Farul one with this Note Fertile Will. So our Agony Crawler will deal 100% increased damage, which by itself it's a huge damage boost. We also gonna regenerate 3% extra of maximum life per second, and we cannot be stunned. And because we cannot be stunned from the Ascendancy, in this patch we can drop actually the Unwavering Stance Keystone, which is actually quite good because on top of all the other defenses that we have here, we're gonna have some extra chance to evade attacks 41, more than 40. This is great. Now the problem is I will not make a separate build guide just for this because I'm pretty sure they will remove the grafts, for example, in the next league. Maybe they will remove the Fallborn versions, and maybe they will remove the special bloodline Ascendancies. So I will not make a new build guide anyway. The league is towards the end, so yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. Until then, just stick with the build guide that I provided and we will see what will happen. But I explained here the 3 big changes. So again, I will repeat, Dahlia's Malefaction with +1 gem levels. We're gonna have some grafts here, and also the Farlord bloodline Ascendancy. Everything was updated in the build guide, you can check it there. Now let's do some gameplay showcase. Maybe you don't know the build, no problem. So let me put here a map and let's do something. So this build is ideal for very juiced Harbingers and Simulacrums. I mean, you will see, we're gonna do also a Simulacrum. Let's start with Harbingers here. I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna take red altars because I'm doing my challenges. So before quitting the league, I like to go for 40 challenges. Almost done, I need some red altars. So I always take blue altars, but in this showcase I will take red for the challenge. I need to finish it, you know. Here I need 100 red altars. Okay, let's see the build, what's all about. This is a one button build, pretty much. You just spin around and everything dies. Also the build is very, very tanky. Just make sure that you pay attention to the build guide. Look, it's very tanky. Okay, let me take this. So on top of the endurance charges, we have 42 permanent fortification. We have 80% chance to block damage. We have a dodge chance. We have chance to block spell damage. We have spell suppression. We have a good maximum resistances too. So this build that I'm playing, it's extremely tanky. Just one thing that I need to mention, in the build guide there is a regex filter. You need to apply it. Some modifiers can break the build, which we don't want. That's all that I need to say. When you roll your maps, you need to apply certain regex filters, even for tier 17. So I want to show you more in Simulacrum. Here I will kill a couple of Harbingers, then show the build in Simulacrum. Let me do the mob boss fast. Okay, the mob boss is also duplicated. Damage is great. Everything dies. So in this patch actually we deal more damage because of the Fallborn unique and also the Bloodline Ascendancy, which is great. So if you want to try the build, this is a perfect league to try it. Now I need to make some reminders, which I also gonna put it in the guide. So in order to make this build, you should have a character above level 90. Yeah, and you also need a mage block. Yeah. So in the past I had a budget version and a max version. In this, to avoid headaches and new players, they tend to do a lot of mistakes, we're gonna have just one version with the mage block. So how much does this build cost? It's a mage block plus 70 diviners. All these items here, 70 diviners. That's the current price of the build. I'll do my best to incorporate a budget version too after I make this video. Will be with a 2 flask mage block. So for budget, we can play it actually on a budget. We're gonna use the Sapphire Flask, Topaz Flask. You need to have this explicit with chance to avoid being shocked. So this will give us with the Storm Shaft Jewel immunity to elemental elements. And here you can use Rumit's Concoction, and for movements they use the Unique Flask instead. So yeah, you actually can make it on a budget if you take a 2 flask mage block. I will add it to the guide. But in order for the build to feel great, you should use a 4 flask mage block. Again, 1 button build, you just spin around, everything dies, fully automated. Let me kill this Harbinger and then we go to the Simulacrum. Okay my boys, let's do something harder. Here I will buy a Simulacrum fast and I'm gonna run it. As you know, few builds can run Simulacrums. Simulacrums in Path of Exile 1 are way harder than Simulacrum in Path of Exile 2. So let's put it here and see what's all about. So in Simulacrum the first waves are easy. After, you know, the last waves are very, very hard. And a lot of people get one-shotted. But no problem with this build. So if you enjoy doing Simulacrums, consider making this build because it's very strong for Simulacrum. So what will be the plan here? Well, the first waves, because they are easy, I will skip them. Okay my boys, so I skipped the first few waves because they were very easy. Now let's see the gameplay in action. So this build is a 1 button build, you move around, you spin, everything is fully automated and it cuts through the enemies like butters. Even in Simulacrum, as you know, it's completely different. The monsters are very tanky and they deal a lot of damage, especially on the last wave.
I'm so delirious, caught in the loop, feeling so furious. I'm so delirious, deadly serious. I'm so delirious, spinning in a world so mysterious. I'm so delirious, caught in the loop, feeling so furious. I'm so delirious, deadly serious.
You are greater than a god. I'm in touch.
The fog is thick, my vision blurs, voices whisper, my soul stirs. I'm so thick, my vision blurs, voices whisper, my soul stirs. I'm so delirious, lost in the madness, it's so serious. I'm so delirious, my heart beats loud, it's delirium's rush. So delirious, will I break free or stay curious? I'm so delirious. I'm so delirious. I'm so delirious, spinning in a world so mysterious. I'm so delirious, caught in the loop, feeling so furious. I'm so delirious, deadly serious. I'm so delirious, spinning in a world so mysterious. I'm so delirious, caught in the loop, feeling so furious. I'm so delirious, deadly serious.
You are greater than a god. I'm in touch.
The fog is thick, my vision blurs, voices whisper, my soul stirs.
Okay, my boys, and the last two waves, we're gonna do them together. Let's click them. So wave 14 and 15 are the hardest from Simulacrum. Let's do them now. So I'll explain what I'm doing. Here I'm moving in small circles, holding the Cyclone button. Yeah, so this will apply poisons that will make the Herald of Agony more powerful. While I spin, from time to time my cards with Despair manually. This will also apply Wither on stacks because we're using the Balance of Terror Jewel. That's it. You move in circles and you press from time to time Despair. Now, because we have Causes and Omniphobia on wave 14, you need to be careful. First, you'll deal with the monster packs. So you clear the trash monsters and you kill the last bosses at the end. We're quite tanky, so don't worry. From time to time, you want to press your life flask too, even though we are using Petrified Blood, because again, this is wave 14, and we have both Causes and Omniphobia. This is very rippy. You keep moving in small circles around them, and eventually they will die. So the Herald of Agony triggers its attacks while you spin around. One is already dead, and the other will die now. As you can see, extremely tanky build. Also, it's very easy to level up to 100 in Simulacrum of if you do just Harbingers, they give a lot of experience. So it will be very easy to reach 100. And you can make good loot on top. Maybe you get the Voices Jewel, which can drop in Simulacrum. Okay, let's kill this. Okay, let's see what we get. So the Voices Jewels can drop from Causes and Omniphobia. When you kill them, it's a small chance that will drop a Voices, which is expensive. And this is the last wave, wave 15. Let's see what's all about. So here a lot of builds will get one-shotted. The moment you start wave 15, you will get one-shotted. You need extremely tanky builds. And this build is very tanky, as you will see. So pretty much what I'm doing, I'm spinning around, and from time to time I'm cursing with Despair. This will not only apply the curse, but will give me Wither on hit for extra damage. I try to focus on the bosses towards the end. First I clear the trash monsters, then I will deal with the bosses at the end. So my priority now is to clear all the trash monsters. Now I can focus on the bosses. So I will kill them together. This will show how tanky is the build. This is wave 15 Simulacrum. One down, the other one down. Let's kill the rest of the trash and collect the loot. I'm telling you, this feels great to play, especially in Simulacrum. It's very lazy, very easy to play. We don't even need to worry about mana, we have life tap everywhere. The loot was dog shit. The loot was dog shit. No problem. Each time when I do a showcase, I get only dog shit loot and wants to ruin like my video or something. So my boy, again, you have the video guide, you have the written guide that you can follow. And on top of that, whole day today, I will do simulacrums with this build. So recently, I'm just playing this build to showcase it in different situations, different content. Maybe you want to drop by and say hello. Enjoy the rest of the day and good luck.